hell are we?
Bill, I've loved these photographs for so many years. Since I was about 16, I bought this album.
Checking out this girl right here.
I think he was copied a lot, just like James Dean was copied a lot by every young actor. And I think that musicians copied him a great deal.
There's Russ.
Russ Freeman. That's Red Mitchell on bass. And that's Johnny Mandel, the arranger.
Yeah, that's
Bob
really
Neal on drums. Carson Smith.
What recording session was this for?
That was the first Chet Baker and strings for Columbia Records. That's Zoot Sims back there, the great Zoot. That's the old Tiffany Club. That's Charlie Parker. Charlie Parker was in town, the legend, and he chose Chet to play with him.
How did
the
Chet
jazz greats.
get to play with Charlie Parker? Do you remember?
Charlie Parker heard him playing somewhere and said, I like that kid. And the legend was that Charlie Parker called Miles Davis and Dizzy Gillespie and said, hey, there's a little white kid out here who's giving you a lot of trouble. You better watch out for him. Dick Bach was a young record producer, and he was recording Chet, and so I showed him the pictures, and he hired me to come and start photographing. It was Chet Baker's first recording session. I believe it was his first, anyway, the first that I knew of. And I was photographing him. And the strongest thing I remember about Chet was that I was attracted to him photographically, and the camera was too. And Chet just drew like a magnet, like he was, you know, he loved the camera. But yet it was very unpretentious. He didn't know he was doing it, or at least it seemed that way. And I just kept taking more and more pictures of him and forgetting about the rest of the band, but I, had to cover the whole thing. And later that night in the dark room, remember, I'm a very young photographer, a young guy trying to be a photographer. And the film was developed, and I was making enlargements, and the image was coming through in the developing tray. And I remember having a very strong feeling of, for the first time, of what photogenic meant, or what star quality meant, or charisma. And that was a new word in the mid-50s, so, And I thought, God, this guy's got all that stuff. And I discovered him, photographically. Well, he always had wonderful-looking ladies with him. And he always drove wonderful cars, even when he couldn't afford them. And usually he had his dog there, too, a wonderful dog, sitting in the recording studio, which was unique. But you know how it is when you're young, you think, and you hear a new piece of music, or you find a new artist, and you figure you discovered them,
Oh, let's get lost